All right, I got a couple of boxes here, and it's time for my Sunday mail call unboxing video. Unfortunately, the one that I hope to end this with didn't get here. It was here. It wasn't delivered. In other words, the box was here. The mailman was here. He left me a note, but never bothered knocking on the door, so I didn't know he was here. I was in the back getting ready to press some comic. If he hadn't knocked on the door, I would have heard it, because there's no sound in this house generally. And so I'm a little pissed, but I'll get the book tomorrow. But it ruined my exit from this video. But we'll go through and we'll take a look at what I did get. And we'll start with something I overpaid for. At least that's what you're going to think. Now, this is my drafting pad. This is, you can't see it because I don't have the video up. This is my drafting pad. It used to be nice and fat, and it's almost flat now. And I figured it was time to order another one, so I did the right thing, and I paid $20 for another one, right? And I got it today, or I got it yesterday. But we'll take a look. And I know what all of you are thinking. I paid way too much for a drafting pad. Just $20 is just way too much. And I didn't take, I've got my packing slip. I didn't bother not showing the address, because I think you guys should consider ordering from these people. Let's see if I can get it in there. Yeah. Consider ordering from Pacific Arc. That's not good. I don't need that to go in the trash. I need that for my files. Because $20 for a drafting pad, that's kind of expensive, right? Not when you get 4 of them for $20. And actually, I think this is the wrong one, because I ordered the large ones. And these don't look like they're very large. Let me check that invoice. They might have messed me up here. They cost me $4 each, with a $1 handling fee for each. So the total was $20. Nope, that's not what it says. It just says 4. CL30 dry cleaning pad, professional. I'm going to have to go back and check my original order, because I don't think this is right. But regardless, I'll use them anyway. But if they owe me a refund, then I should get a refund on it. And I think it was $5 for the larger ones, which is what I expected. But that's not what I got. So, yeah, that's okay. I still recommend it, because that size is fine. It doesn't matter. So that's the first box down. Let's go to the next one. Do not bend. Sent USPS Ground Advantage, that is the best way to ship a comic book, unless it's a high dollar comic, in which case you might want to go priority. And Gemini mailer, we like that. Blue tape, I like that, but I don't like the fact that they didn't. Hey, if you're shipping using blue tape on a Gemini mailer, fold off the end like that, so you have a little flap. Makes it easier to pull off. I don't reuse tape. Well, that's not true. I do reuse tape, but only if it's tape that I started with. This light blue tape, I'm not a fan. Now, I'm kind of trying to cover this up because it has part of my address on there. And that's part of my home address, and I don't really want you guys to see that. Yeah, you're just in time for mail call. Welcome here, just here browsing. I was going to do this as a video, a pre-record, but I figure it's probably going to go over an hour, so I'll just do it live. And you get to see me literally do the unboxing. This tape has no business anywhere near a comic book. That off to the side. I definitely used some tape. Like I said, that tape has no business being anywhere near a comic book. And he has it on every single comic. What's wrong with these people? You're using blue tape for packing. Use blue tape to seal the comic. Not that it matters because I'm not keeping these bags anyway. I might reuse the boards at some point. I'm going to talk about that in a future video about using bag or reusing boards. Don't reuse bags ever, unless it's Mylar. You can reuse a Mylar. This is not what I thought it was. Oh, yeah, it is. Girl Crazy. Wow, these are like mint. These are in really nice shape. That's the one I want. My Dave Stevens cover. So you saw me do these on last month or Sunday's video. Here I am again. Girl Crazy, #1, Dave Stevens cover. We like that. Gilbert Hernandez on the inside. I like that too. This is a, I'm not sure who did that cover. Coop did the cover on this one. What else did he send? The Rocketeer official movie adaptation, Dave Stevens. I don't think I have this. The Boogeyman, #1. It's got a lot of spine creases and stuff on it. I will remove these from the bags a little bit later. They look in nice shape, so I'm not going to worry too much about them right now. Let's go to the next box. What's in this box? I don't know. I know I'm going to have to go on eBay after this and mark it all that I got them, that they what kind of shape they were in. This EA tape is annoying. I don't use eBay tape. That reminds me. I need to go on eBay and order some supplies. Not that I need any supplies. It's just if I'm going to pay that money and they're going to give me some free supplies, I'm going to take them. Yeah, you're seeing a side view of me and not all of me. That's okay. This tape isn't too bad for bubble wrap, and I do reuse bubble wrap, but I don't use it to ship action figures anymore, unless they're in the box. Action figures, if they're loose, I just use shredded paper. I use a paper shredder almost every day. I shred all the mail that I'm not keeping or that I don't need. Oh, Jimmy Olsen. Look at that. Low grade, but that's okay. Let's see what we got here. Got a bunch of comics going all over the place. We've got Jimmy Olsen number 112. I believe I've got that. These I'm going to take out of the bag because I want to check the center. And okay, that one's good. Number 112. That's not in as bad a shape as I thought. Maybe a upper mid-grade to upper mid-grade copy. Here's number 111. I don't have this one. There's a lot of Jimmy Olsens I don't have. I've been working on the Lois Lane run rather than the Jimmy Olsen run. Okay. 1, 2. This one is got the center. It looks good. It needs a clean and a press, a mid-grade copy maybe. This one I have a copy, but it's trashed. And unfortunately, this one is detached from the upper staple. 1314, but it is complete, apparently. Bags I don't reuse. Boards, like I said, sometimes I do reuse a board. I'll explain that at a later date. Jimmy Olsen number 104 with a really looks like a bad spine split. Nope, my imagination. A lower spine split of about a 1 inch. Pages are pretty nice. I got to put this as low grade because of the spine split. Definitely needs a clean. Let's see. This is number 98. ZZZ. That's the Superman watch. I have a Superman watch, but it doesn't make that noise. I guess he doesn't like me as much as he likes Jimmy. This one is complete. Number 41. Yeah, we're getting back there now. This is 10th center, which means it's pre-1962. I think, actually, it could be 1962. DC Comics, I think in December 1962 is when they upped their price to 12 cents. This one has some tears in the cover. It has a stain here that's probably unremovable. 1959. Happy with that. Does have some color gloss. Needs a clean and press, maybe some tear seals to keep those from getting worse. Number 81. These are not all Jimmy Olsen, by the way. There are other comics books in here. At least I think there are. It's a little tear up here. Minor spine splits. Little worse spine split, about an inch. This is oops. Accidentally left the studio. There we go. It's got a fold over here. Before I press it, I'll make sure I fix that. Looks like the centerfold is loose. Yes, it is. Hopefully that is the centerfold. Continue on second page following. Yes, it is. It's all there. Have to reattach the centerfold. Bad tape pull here and stain here. This is number 90. I think I might have number 90, so that might not be a big deal. Definitely a low grade copy. I would put this as a fair. It's a shame because without that, and without that staining, it would present fairly well without this. And you know what? That looks like glue. That looks like white glue on there. That might come off with a wash. Of course, I'd have to leave it in there in the bath for a while. Does this not have a lower staple? This only has one staple, and it's not that the staple is pulled, it's the staple is missing. There was never a staple there. That's kind of cool. I like that. Too bad it's low grade. 80-page giant G25, Jimmy Olsen, number 95. And this is a square bound. Page color is really nice on this one. I would put this at a mid grade, maybe very good minus. I need to make sure I keep it in so you guys can see it. Or maybe I'll just do this. Yeah, you shouldn't have lost the microphone on that. I don't understand. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to get a little bit of snow up north. Jimmy Olsen, number 152. I'm mostly worried if the centerfold is there. Yep. And you can see there are some Lois Lanes in here. Not as many as I hoped. But it's nice to get the Jimmy Olsens too. Number 153, White Pages. I think with the press, I might be able to get this one to maybe a fine, could be fine plus. It's a lot of spine wear on that one. Yeah, up in the Maine, Massachusetts area, they're talking about feet, not inches. Number 163. That's the centerfold. Off-white pages. Kurt Schaffenberger art. It's probably my second favorite Superman artist. My first being Kurt Swan. Lois Lane Giant, number 63. And this is number 95. Sometimes the tape doesn't want to come off. When that happens, you do the right thing and you just slice it off of there. I don't like tape. Wow, that one actually looks clean. I think this one might be better than the copy I have. Off-white pages, white to off-white pages, actually. This one is in nice shape. Needs a clean, but all of these comics need a clean. Number 99, I have a copy of that. I sent half a dozen comics to Dylan up in Minnesota. He should get them tomorrow. If he can get mail tomorrow, he should get them tomorrow. It's in pretty nice shape. All these comics need a clean. All of them could use a press. Someone was tracing on this one. I'll have to go on the inside of it and put a board down and see if I can get those deep lines out of it before I press it. This one will be cleaned and pressed. I don't have this in my I don't think I have this one in my collection. 134, $28. Yeah, that was not worth $28. I'm sorry. $2.80 maybe, but not. Yeah. This one has so many wrinkles on the cover, it isn't funny. Definitely needs a press. Definitely needs a clean. And that's just to get it up to good. There's a reason why I bought this lot. It's not just for the Lois Lanes and Jimmy Olsen. Well, yeah, it is. Really bad spine roll. A lot of dirt on that cover, as you might be able to see. This camera I've got for this is really good. I'm thinking about switching them. The bad part about spine rolls like this is it's hard to find the center. It is. Staples are nice and clean. I'll have to empty my trash. Again, this one has a spine roll as well. Number 136. White pages. Fix the spine roll and we might have a fine copy. I think this is the last issue. Number 137. And this might be why I bought the comics. It'd be nice to have the first and last issue of Lois Lane, you know? I think this one might be the last issue. I'll have to double check that. It's about the right time frame. If it is, that's the reason I bought it. Let's check. I don't have the new issue yet because it hasn't been released yet. It was supposed to be released yesterday. Or no, today was the official release date. It's been changed many times over the last 8 months since I ordered my copy. 8 months, 6 months, 7 months, I don't know. I really need to mark the Superman section. Actually, I had it marked, but I took all the marks out because I thought I was getting a new copy. Let's see. Yeah, that's the last issue, number 137. So, yeah, those are nice to get. I like that. Pretty nice little lot of comic books there. I don't care. I don't reuse bags. I don't keep them in the original bags. I replace every bag. I replace the bags for every comic I get. This turned out really nice. I cleaned and pressed that page, and it really turned out nice. I'm very happy with it. This is Studebaker for 1948. And these auto ads, they have different price points depending on what it is. Some of them are really expensive, some of them not so much. You can get an original 1963 ad for Mustang. Those are a little more pricey. As you can see, I got rid of the address. All right, what do we get here? Something a little bigger. I suspect this might be another Dave. No, maybe not. I thought this might be another Dave Stevens item, but it isn't. Oh, yeah. It's a low-grade copy. First appearance of Poison Ivy. Like I said, it's a low-grade copy. Let's go to the important part. It has the poster. You don't see a lot of these with the poster. This is fair to good. I will be doing a very minor amount of work on this. I'm going to reinforce here, probably reinforce that crease there, and maybe reinforce the spine. I don't know yet. It does have a spine roll. It does need a clean. It does need a press. Very happy to have this. I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I needed that. Here's a bag that you can't reuse. Our board, you can't. Look at that water stain there. Is that on the comic? No, there's no water stain on the comic. This is a reused board. This is not a reusable board. If it has a water stain on it, if it has ink bleed from the comic on it, you don't reuse them. That's going in the trash. Next item isn't a comic book. It's a Barbie doll. I'll put you out of your misery. And I know you guys don't want to see Barbie dolls. But the price was right, and I didn't have it. And when they first came out, these were expensive. Not so much anymore. I think I paid $20 plus shipping. And yeah, goes in my DC Barbie collection, which I have quite a few of now. But I also have some others. It's not just DC. I do have a few Marvel ones, like Elektra. I guess if they did a Black Cat, I'd try to get that one. I need to check and see if they ever did a Barbie Black Cat. I would definitely buy that. Okay. Back to comics. Rather poorly wrapped comics. But if this is what I think it is, I don't care. Oh. Actually, I do care, because this is better than what I thought it was. A Treasury of Horses, #1, Dell. Bad shape. These Dell, they didn't have staples in them. They were perfect bound. So what I'll have to do with this is I'll have to put the cover back together. I'll have to check to make sure all of the pages are there. And then I'll have to glue the cover back on the book. So, no, this one definitely needs a clean. Number 135. 135. This is the first print. Yeah, coming next. If you're not sure about whether you have a first print or not in a Classics Illustrated, just look at that first page and see if it shows what's coming next. If it shows what's coming next, it is a first print. So you can also check back here, and whatever the last number is, this one will be a first print also. Coming next, Davy Crockett. Number 167, number 31, and it's 167, definitely not a first print. but you should always go through and check the Overstreet price guide when you're looking through Classics Illustrated, because that, or go to the Grand Comic Book Database. The GCW is probably best. GCBW is probably best because it'll show the covers, and you might end up with a first cover. It might not be a first print, but it will be a first cover. And that's shown in the Overstreet guide as well. I'll have to show you how to read that someday. This is 4-color number 183, Men into Space. It's a low-grade copy, but hey, I'm happy to have it. 1960. Tom Corbett, Space Cadet. Uh, 1953, number 4. Yeah, happy to have that. I think I have number 1. Dell Movie Classic, Jack the Giant Killer. Really low grade copy. I mean, we're talking fair. This one needs to be cleaned. The World Around Us, the Illustrated Story of Indians. I think I have two of these now. Let's see. Number 2. Maybe I don't have that one. The Illustrated Story of Horses. Number 3 from 1958. It has a spine split. It's square bound though, so. Illustrated Story of the Navy. This is the reason I ordered this lot, was for the World Around Us books. This is number 10. All of these need to be cleaned. I absolutely have to agree with you on that. I like the Gilberton stuff. I like the Dell, but I'm still a DC guy. Coast Guard. Number 12. Wow, that one has a lot of spots on it. I hope that's not mold. It might be. I'll put it in my ozone chamber just to kill it off in case it is. This is number 21, American Presidents. I think I have another copy of that. The World Around Us, Famous Teens. Number 33, getting towards the end of the series. They have numbering on this one. It goes to number 36. W1, 2, 3, and on like that. So, The World Around Us, Spies. Got water stains on it and a lot of folded pages that need to be unfolded. Number 35. Good stuff. I like this. I really like this. I'm going to put that back together. Maybe I'll send that to my sister. She's not into comic books. She loves her horses. Maybe I'll send it to her. Maybe I won't. We'll see. What's next? What's in the box? I don't know. Find out. This one isn't taking me quite as long as I thought it would to do. But you get to see me open stuff. And that's always good. I like it when eBay people send you an invoice or a packing slip. If you sell on eBay, make a packing slip. Ooh, more world around us. I'm just throwing that stuff on the floor. I'll clean it up after this is over. World around us for gold and glory. Oh, they tucked it. They didn't use tape. Kudos to them. Number 32. I'm getting close to having these. I really need to work on my Classics Illustrated Juniors, though, get the rest of those. I want to finish that series off. I've pressed all the ones that I own. Did minor conservation on a couple. Number 4, Illustrated Story of Railroads. These bags feel new. Doesn't matter. Oh, I knocked my camera out of the way. Navy. I have 2 copies of this now. Number 10. Illustrated Story of Marines. Number 11. Illustrated Story of the Army. Number 9. This one's nice. Not in great shape, but it's nice. Illustrated Story of the FBI. Number 6, February 1959. Illustrated Story of Great Scientist with little Albert on the cover. Looks like it has some foxing here. And that's number 18. Foxing is almost literally the it's paper rust. It makes me wonder, can I get it out with Rust-Oleum? I might test that out someday. One more box. No, that's not what you think it is. Well, it is, but it isn't. Spider-Man Collectible Series, Volume 1. This is number 1 of this series. Now, these were put into newspapers. I know the Dallas Sun had some, and you know, some of the bigger newspapers around the country carried them. But that's number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And what they do is you get part of the story in this volume and the rest of it in this one. And then you'd get part of the story, then the rest of it, and part of the story and the rest of it. And it would go like that, but no advertising. And I kind of want a collection of these. I don't collect Spider-Man as such. I do collect Web of Spider-Man because I like the covers. But, you know, I don't want to go back and try to collect the first 160 Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, which I have owned in the past. And I don't have any desire to own them again. But I just thought these would be nice to have. There's a number 4, number 5, number 6. I have several copies of that already. Number 7, 2 copies of number 7. Number 8, a number 9. I think I have a number 9 laying around somewhere. Number 10, 11, 12. No number 13, but that's okay. I think I have a copy of that. If not, I'll find one. 14, 15, 16, 17. Number 18 is not here, but I'm pretty sure I have a copy. That's number 19, number 20, 21, 22, 23, and that's the last issue, 24. But yeah, this is just a neat thing to have. Now, I didn't take these out of the bags because I'm not familiar with it. This bag feels different. It's not the normal polypropylene I'm used to. Plus, these books are so thin that they need to be supported. So there you go. And that, yeah, fun stuff. I like it. But that is what I got this past weekend. Like I said, there was one more box, contained 2 comics that I really wanted to show you. The only thing I'm going to tell you is that they were Lois Lane comics. They were probably 2 of the more expensive Lois Lane comics. And of course, I have the most expensive one up here. Now, I'm not talking about the ones that were in Showcase. I'm talking about of the Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane title. They're 2 of the more expensive ones. And I got them as a lot, so I went ahead and bought them. And they were supposed to be here, and they haven't shown up yet because the mail carrier, who I don't think was my regular mail carrier, because he knows, just go ahead and sign it and leave it on the door. Leave it there. Here's the deal I have with my regular mail carrier. If it is a package that I need to sign for, and my car is in the carport, go ahead and sign my name and leave it. That's just between me and my regular carrier. Any other carrier, no, do not do that. Knock on the door and I will come sign for it. Unfortunately, they decided they didn't need to do that, and they would just leave me a bloody note, or a freaking note. And I hate this stuff. There was no reason why he couldn't deliver it. I went back into the it's my laundry room, but I call it my pressing room because I do more pressing than laundry. Not that I don't do laundry. I don't have a job. I don't work. I'm retired. I can do laundry once every couple of weeks and it's fine. Whereas I press comics every single day. So it's my pressing room. There just happens to be a washer and dryer in there also. And yeah, that's how we do that. But I would have heard it if they knocked, because like I said, the door is open from my office and it's open to the laundry room door, because I have one room in between my office and the laundry room, and I had both doors open. So I would have heard it if he knocked. They didn't knock. They just left it. And I checked the time that it was left. I went back there at 1:58, and he left the books at 14:01, 2:01. He could have knocked. I would have heard it. I would have come and answered the door. I don't believe he knocked. I believe he just wrote out the ticket and left it. Left the ticket instead of leaving the box. So, not a happy camper about that at all. I may show you those comics on Wednesday night. probably I'm going to wait till next Sunday because I don't know if I'm going to have an unboxing next Sunday. And this is not going to be this is not going to be a scheduled live stream. If I have stuff to unbox, I'll do a live stream. If I don't, I won't. There you go. That's how we're going to do that. And eventually, I hope to have my setup so that I can use the ABS Studio, in which case it can make me small in the corner and show that. I won't have to use two computers to do this like I do now. Anyway, that's it for this video. Don't miss tomorrow morning's video that I drop at 6:30 a.m. But you don't have to watch 6:30 a.m. You can watch it anytime, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can watch it in 3 years from now. I don't care, as long as you watch it. Where I conclude the Casper the Friendly Ghost, and I start evaluating a new comic. Well, actually, it's an old comic for conservation. Maybe a little restoration. I don't know yet. We'll see. In the meantime, have yourself a great day. Have a good Sunday. Hope you don't get too, eat yourself a good meal. Sundays are good for good meals. Take care, everybody. Like and subscribe. Do all the YouTube stuff. Bye. I'm glad you caught me live, too. Where's my thing to shut this off? There it is.